It is like President William Ruto is begging Raila Amolo Odinga to form a power-sharing government with him. And I'm going to play for you a report by NTV exposing the deal. But before we do that, allow me to ask you one good question. Do you think the relationship between President William Ruto and Raila Odinga will last until 2027. Let us listen to this report before we proceed.
William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga are now on the brink of governing together if recent reports are anything to go by. A deal could be announced in the coming weeks. NTV has learned that a team comprising politicians and legal experts from both ODM and UDA parties has been tasked with crafting the deal, but details remain scanty on who exactly is in the power-sharing team.
On developing the things.
It is, however, believed that some of those elected may have been invited to attend President William Ruto's meeting with Raila at State House, Mombasa last Monday, where final details of the pact are said to have been concluded.
When Prime Minister Raila Odinga...
The team's biggest headache of the assignment is likely to be how to create the office of Prime Minister for Raila amid the referendum requirement. Then, the other positions President Ruto could dangle to Odinga, including principal secretaries and parliamentary leadership.
To the candidature that was put forward by Kenya of Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
At the Mombasa meeting, Ruto was deliberate about hammering the title Prime Minister.
When Prime Minister Raila Odinga announced that he wanted to run for the position, as has been said, both by the DP and Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
Now, just a quick reaction to a particular report by NTV. It means that politics is always about interest. It is not about you, the common mwananchi. And when politicians are threatened, they will always come together. That is what President William Ruto and the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga is doing. Remember, President William Ruto said when he took over power that atapeana serikali ya nusu mkate. And right now, it is going to happen. Whether Kenyans like it or not, politicians will always come together when their interests are threatened by you and I. Now, before we proceed, in case this is your first time on the Sport Check YouTube channel, kindly support us by subscribing and turning on the notifications bell. We are on a mission to 7,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. I want us to react on a possibility of President William Ruto and Raila Odinga forming a power-sharing government that he was against. Now, they want to govern together, and immediately Raila Odinga lost his AUC bid, which was very unfortunate. Many Kenyans were against it. Those who are close to President William Ruto, like Simon Cherargei, Senator Cherargei, they started saying that there should be a creation of the office of the Prime Minister. And the person that they were targeting to hold that office is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. That is the reality on the ground. And this also puts the current Prime Cabinet Secretary in an awkward position, Musalia Mudavadi. If Raila Odinga will accept this, and I really doubt if Raila Odinga will accept that position of becoming a Prime Minister in William Ruto's government, he is not going to accept it. That is the reality on the ground. He cannot lower himself to that level of being a Prime Minister in President William Ruto's government. But sometimes politicians can do it. By the way, if there are people in this world who don't have shame, then they are politicians. So let us wait and see. Then they're also talking about peers' appointments. That is obvious. Once Raila Amolo Odinga is part of this administration, be rest assured that his political associates, his friends will be appointed, and the only some of the positions they can share through their power sharing deal is those positions of principal secretaries in government. And we are waiting to see, but that is something that politicians have been talking about, especially supporters from Kisii have been saying, wow, at Awana PS, some of his political associates from the coastal region have been saying Awana my PSS, they have been saying that. And by the way, how does a PS position help someone? By the way, how will it help the common mwananchi? Because utakuwa unapata salary yako inakusaidia na familia yako, not everyone. So if we can get people who can work for the people of Kenya without being tribal, without discrimination, we shall move forward as a nation. Then lastly is about the committee in both the National Assembly and Senate. And this is very important, by the way. When the day that I realized that Raila Odinga is joining William Ruto's government after his AUC defeat was when the youthful senator, who is always joking that he's a youthful senator, that is Senator Oburu Oginga Odinga. He was appointed to chair the Energy Committee in Senate. That day I realized that this thing is gone. But we are waiting to see what is likely to take place. I don't know what you think. You can let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will be replying to your feedback. Now, I promised myself at the end of my videos to carry out civic education. This is what you need to do. You need to register as a voter as soon as possible, and the beauty of doing that, you can participate in two types of elections. That is general elections and by-elections. Number two, you need to demonetize politics as soon as possible. The beauty of doing that, you can elect leaders of high integrity, leaders who can take this nation far. Then lastly, remember to vote for someone with a vision, someone who can make quality policies once elected. Bye for now. I will see you in the next video.